What's up, everybody? I am Travis.
And I'm Cartoon Joe.
And welcome back to another episode of This Freakin Show. It is the weekly podcast with a little bit of something and a whole lot of nothing. The same weekly podcast that is brought to you by ballwash.com. That's right, guys. We are now sponsored by ballwash.com. I know you're thinking, ballwash.com, what the hell is that? Well, let me tell you, it is literally exactly what it says. It is cleaning products for your private regions. That's right, man. Out there, I get it. Sometimes you're out working, it gets hot, it gets sweaty, it gets dirty, you come home and something reeks. And we all know what that is. It's that shit dangling between your legs. But because of ballwash.com, now they offer you so many different products that can help you with that situation. Not only to help you with your testicle area, but also your hair and body, because you have body washes, shampoos, and conditioners. And you don't have to buy just the individual product, guys. They have kits, they have subscriptions, they have everything available for you at ballwash.com. So make sure you check out ballwash.com, pick up their products, go to the cart, and when you get to that checkout, you go to the little promo code area, you type in FreakNet, it'll save you 15% on your entire order. That's right, guys. Ballwash.com, use the promo code FreakNet at checkout, save 15% from head to toe, from hole to pole. Ballwash is there for you. That's right, head to toe, hole to pole. I tried to fucking work that into everything I say now in life, not even just Ballwash products.
Excellent.
Right.
Like you go to Subway, you're like, hey, give me a turkey select, hole to pole.
That's right, right? You want sections? Like, fuck no, head to toe. Hole to pole. Throw the foot log.
Taint to glove.
Oh, Joe, it's your turn.
This freaking show is also brought to you by Audible.com. Now, I know you all know how much I love books. And lately, what I've really enjoyed is listening to audiobooks. It's a great way to read while doing other things like driving, choring, or gaming. If you enjoy being read to, head on over to audibletrial.com/freaknet for a 30-day free trial and a credit toward your first book. That's audibletrial.com/freaknet. Head on over there today.
Good job, Joe.
Thank you.
You know what the best thing about both our products is? Like, you can sit in the bathtub, you can use ball wash on yourself while listening to an Audible book.
Damn straight.
Right.
Great way.
And guys, we mentioned a couple weeks ago that we do have a giveaway from ballwash.com. They sent us one of their packages, their little gift box thingies that, they gave it to us as a gift to utilize. Not on each other, Joe, but, for us to share.
Yeah.
But we figured it'd be better off instead of us just, being greedy and keeping it for ourselves. Why not give it away to the fans? And guys, we figured out, the best way for us to utilize, this gift that they gave us, and we figured out the best way to give it to you, and all that kind of incorporates with, the new podcast that's coming out from FreakNet Studios. And, we have with us today Jordan and Lorine, and they're going to come on here in a little bit and kind of talk with us, get to know them, and everything, as well as the whole concept of this podcast we're creating. But you guys know I mentioned it for the last few weeks. It's actually been like a couple months, maybe even a year that I first brought this up, about this whole concept and everything. Joe, you know that. You know I've been bringing this up constantly.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you have. You really have.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Sorry, it's an audio medium. I don't know when you're waiting.
I always want a descriptive answer from you.
Okay.
Right.
Acknowledged.
For now on, let's just assume that is not going to cut it.
Okay.
Excellent. Thanks. I don't want you to be that fucking kid in the back of the class who wants me to pass it on to the nerd next to you because you just don't quite know it. Okay, cool.
Sure.
Okay. Fucking Joe. Alright, so Jordan, Lorine, they are here. You could probably hear them snickering in the background the entire fucking time.
Well, yeah, because you guys are fucking hilarious.
Right? I am fucking comedy gold every time this mic fucking goes on. It's nuts.
I gotta tell you, hole to pole, I'm definitely using that one.
I hope so, because I'm not gonna lie.
Stick with the ball in my face.
And that was the thing, like when, because ballwash.com was originally Sarge from the Gray Area. That was originally a sponsor of his, and they worked it out to where they completely sponsor FreakNet Studios now. And I listen to his plugs and how he does it and everything. And I think he usually says like when it comes to your sack, they got your back and stuff like that. And they have a phrase that says, and I think I actually use I use that phrase like in the recorded plug that we normally do. But they have this phrase on their website. I can't remember. It's like funny company but serious product, or however they word it. I'm like, I need something that's ours and something that's original. Mm. And I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go head to toe, hold a pole. But the thing is, sometimes I think it's almost like a tongue twister for me. So I'm thinking it in my head. I'm like, I'm gonna fuck it up every time I say it. So the entire time I was doing that ball wash plug just now, I dragged it on because in my head I kept thinking head to toe, hold a pole, head to toe, hold a pole. Because I wanted to make sure I said it right. Nice. Because if I come out here and says from head to toe, pole to pole, what the fuck does that mean?
Oh no!
Right? That's a whole different shower situation right there.
I know,
I'll tell
right?
you.
That's like some human centipede shit that wasn't ready to fucking live with.
Oh my god. Yeah.
But even after 5 years, I still kind of goof on myself.
Well, as long as
you know what?
Having.
Hold to pole still will reach some of their clientele, a good portion of their clientele, true. I imagine.
That is true.
So it works.
All right, so one at a time, guys.
First, like hold a hole.
Hold a hole. I mean, yes. Even use. I mean, I'm gonna assume that even though it's ball wash, it could be unisex. Fuck it, right? Yeah. What says you can't use ball powder on yourself?
I'm not gonna lie. I always identify myself as a man when I go to concerts because I can get in Ben's bathroom sooner.
I'll tell you, Travis, I actually have some in my shower right now, and I do use it.
There we go. Mm-hmm. It's 2020. You can do whatever you want.
Hell yeah.
Right? Unisex bathrooms.
Well,
and,
except go outside. Stay home. Save lives.
Yeah, you can't go to a bar.
You can't do shit now. But you know, anyways,
you can do whatever you want as long as it's stay home and watch Tiger King.
Well, I'm so proud of the fact that I haven't watched that yet. And I'm going to continue to live that dream.
Alright, cool, bro. Get off your high horse.
No,
now that you're officially in quarantine, you're going to end up watching it. I promise you that.
Here's the thing, and I don't want to watch it because, like, you know, like I feel since everyone else watched it, I'm going to be that guy who's not going. The thing is, everyone has described the entire fucking show to me in one way or another that I don't need to watch it. I get it. Some dude married some young gay guy, killed his fucking husband or some shit. I get the whole gist, and he owns tigers. There was a zoo at some point. I understand it completely. It is the Princess Bride of Disney fucking documentaries. And what?
A redneck Game of Thrones, pretty much.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I've watched one episode of Game of Thrones.
Completely right.
Yeah. I haven't seen one episode of Game of Thrones. CGI.
Much better practical effects.
That's basically Florida in a nutshell, and I had just moved here from there, so I
How
can
about
tell
that
you
moment when he recognizes that's Florida water? Oh, sorry. So good.
So, Jordan and Lorine, why don't you guys go ahead, kind of, one at a time, introduce yourselves to everyone. Just tell them who you are, a small thing about you, and then we're going to kind of talk about the new podcast.
All right, cool. Lorine, you want to go first?
Yeah, go ahead, Jordan.
Oh, me first?
You're crushing it.
I'm literally just gonna send you the bio, just say the bio I sent you, because I feel like that pretty much sums up.
I know, but that's not what I'm looking for here, Jordan. All I want to, I'll do it for you. I'm gonna do it for you here, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Hi, my name's Jordan. I'm a bartender. During not this time, though. I don't know why I'm giving you a Southern Belle accent. Hold on a second.
Why? I'm so not so, like, I am like, not, okay.
Is that it? Was I doing that right?
I think I'm picking up what you're getting. Alright.
Right.
But you can't do me in a Southern.
Alright.
Alright.
I got a baby girl who we have fun, during these times we're stuck in the house. But, you know, I also enjoy a night of Red Stag and Facebook Living.
Yeah, no, that's me. That's me pretty much.
That is you. That is you. Lauren, would you like me to do yours?
Sure, absolutely.
Perfect.
I'm a to that.
It's gonna be funny if it's the same voice.
It's, you know, I'm not gonna lie. If I
No, you gotta pull out the New York accent.
Speak one because that speak.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm the fucking asshole.
I don't know accents, so I just know like what I think I know. So fucking I don't know, what do they say in fucking New York?
Yo,
every word you say just sounds an awe.
Went to Florida.
Oh god. Okay, can I do that? Like I'm Lauren Mozzarella. Because apparently mozzarella is the wrong fucking way of saying it.
100%.
My name's Lauren. I'm from New York. You know, Big Apples, fucking Statue of Liberties. Fucking we eat mozzarella and coupe cheesy or whatever the fuck it is.
So you got everything you pronounce, you have to say with the O's. So it's New York.
Right,
it's coffee, it's talk, it's dog, it's walk.
I'm from New York, the shitty side of Niagara Falls. Okay, I get it.
First of all, let me give you a little geography lesson about New York, okay?
You're gonna have to.
You have the city, right? So that's Manhattan, right?
Yeah, the whole state.
Boroughs.
Yeah.
You got 5 boroughs, right? So you got Brooklyn, Bronx, Staten Island, Queens. I'm from Long Island, right? Which has Queens on Long Island. You have just north of New York, which is like the Yonkers, Westchester area, right? Sure. North of that is vacation New York. That's where you go camping. That's where you go skiing. That's where you go apple picking. Anything north of that might as well be Canada, basically.
I mean, where Niagara Falls is. The shitty side of Niagara Falls lies within your fucking state.
I love when people talk to me and they're like, oh, I'm from New York too. And it's like, oh, where are you from? Like, Rochester. I'm like, might as well be Canada. Might as well be Canada. You're not a New Yorker. It's not the same thing.
I don't understand, like, what's the point of naming your big ass fucking city after the fucking state it's sitting in?
I think it's the other way around.
I don't think it is. I'm gonna call bullshit on that. I'm gonna say the state came before the city.
Of New York. It is the city of New York. It's technically Manhattan.
But it's a state. It's a state.
Well, you got New York State, and they call it New York City because it is the most important part of New York State.
It's like the only part of the whole fucking state. Except for the bullshit side of Niagara Falls.
Anything is north of Yonkers.
New York by Jay-Z and the other girl when you guys were talking about this. That's all I thought about.
In New York, the concrete jungles where dreams are made of?
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you about New York, okay? And believe it or not, I know some shit. There are 3 things when it comes to the state of New York. There's a stupid-ass city. There is
Syracuse.
Yep. There is the bullshit side of Niagara Falls and Cooperstown Baseball Hall of Fame. That is the only 3 things that state has. That's it.
Hello, have you ever heard of Long Island?
Mozzarella. Caprese. Mozzarella. I don't fucking know. Anyways. So, you guys, are now the hosts of the new Freakin' Studios podcast, Pretty Little Freaks. Which,
yes,
I'm happy with the name. I'm happy with the name for 2 reasons. One, you guys came up with it. And I know like a lot of the times when we were talking about this podcast, I wanted a lot of it to be, you know, your guys' vision, your guys' idea of how to pretty much take, the concept of what we're doing, but kind of mold it around what you guys want to do. And I also like the fact you put the word freak in it because it still, segregates, Sarge from all the other fucking podcasts. So it makes me feel a little bit better about myself knowing that too. He's in that little fucking gray area.
Right. Yeah, there you go. He's in the gray area. Right? Well said.
But I don't want to talk too much about the podcast because it is your guys' baby that we're going to grow, I guess, together. So whoever would like to kind of start off, do you guys want to tell everyone the idea or the premise of what the podcast is?
Yeah, sure. I mean, basically we want to hear about your love mishaps. We want to hear about those Tinder dates, those Bumble dates, those dates that ended up horribly. And either why you messed up or they messed up. Mm-hmm. hear about it. And we kind of want to just commentary on, like, what we would have done or what you should have done in scenarios, right?
Yeah.
Basically. Basically the train wrecks. We want to hear about the train wrecks. We want to hear, about the bad dates, about the, did you swipe right and they were absolutely nothing like what their profile or picture, anything you imagined. Was it somebody that you knew for a really long time and you finally said yes to going out with him and it was an absolute disaster and you thought, hey, just better leave it off as friends. Pickup lines. Jesus, how many times did we go out and, you're hanging out at a bar, a restaurant, hanging out with friends somewhere, and some guy with an overinflated sense of bravado decides to come up to you and just give you the absolute cringeworthiest line ever.
Oh God, those are the goddamn fucking words. Jesus goddamn Christ, like seriously. I think I got a couple of those ones in my back pocket, but yeah.
Oh, I have plenty of those as well. There's one that I'm pretty sure will haunt me until my dying day, and I will still be trying to figure out what the hell it ever meant.
Fuck.
So curious. I'll have to listen.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, now, can you continue?
Okay.
I know more.
So when I was down in Florida, I worked for one of my jobs down there. I worked for a bar restaurant. It was the most awesome place ever. It was just an outdoor, Florida local spot. It was like the land of misfits. I mean, you had everybody there from families with kids and couples with dogs to old people to all of the town drunks.
Oh, fucking A, that's my spot then. I would have done it in a heartbeat.
I loved it there. It was a place where a lot of bikers hang out, college kids, the blue collars. I mean, it was just everybody. And we had a very dedicated group of regulars to the point where, like, if one of them didn't show up by, like, 4:00 that afternoon, everyone's like, hey, is that person all right? We would have to do wellness.
That's my lifeline right there. That's how I live my life too.
So we had one guy down there, and it was one of my last nights there because I was going to be moving. And so he was inebriated. Oh, he's a really sweet guy. Fucking crazy as shit, but, very sweet guy. And so came up to him and I'm like, hey, buddy, I'm like, this is going to be one of my last nights here. You're not going to see me anymore after this. And he goes on, he grabs me by the arm and he's, looking at me and being all sincere, like, how great you are and blah, 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 blah. And he's like, you're so beautiful. And he's like, and you make my tongue hard.
Seriously?
Oh no.
I grabbed him by the arm and I just looked at him. I'm like, I don't even know what that means. But good talk. I'm going to leave it right at that. And I just walked away from him. I'm like, I don't even know what the hell that meant. And that will baffle me till the day I die. I will never understand.
Oh my God.
Where that from. Oh, it was classic.
At least something was hard,
I'm pretty sure at that point he had enough to drink, nothing else was. So, but at least that was.
He probably had a little whiskey next to him. He's like, oh, but I got my tongue.
He's like, oh my God. It was too much.
Yeah. Oh, well, you know what? That's a good one. That's a good one. I mean, God, just thinking off the top of my head, I can't even think about something that's been that epic because hey, cheers to you. You fucking win.
Also one of my last nights there, another situation, right? So a guy, I went in to go pick up my paycheck from the restaurant. We had two different parts. So we had an outdoor restaurant and then across on the other side of the parking lot was the indoor place. So one place was outdoors, live music, like kind of really hyped up place. And the other place was like indoor, hole in the wall. They had the pool tables, they had the darts, they had, all that stuff, the jukebox. So I went in there. That's where I had to pick up my paycheck. So I sit down. Bartender obviously knows me. I'm waiting for my check. He slides my favorite, gin and tonic in front of me. And I'm like, I didn't order this. I'm like, I'm trying to get in and out here. I'm like, come on. He's like, no. He's like, this is from the gentleman at the other end of the bar. I'm like, okay. So who am I to refuse a drink? So I'm like, sure. So I wave down. I say, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Hold up my glass. Salute. Take a sip. He comes down to talk to me. He's like, so he's like, so you're from around here? I'm like, well, kinda. And he's like, oh, so what brings you here tonight? I'm like, I work here. He's like, oh, you work here? He's like, yeah. He's like, well, you know what? He's like, I haven't been here too often. He's like, but knowing that you work here, I might have to come back a bit. I'm like, yeah, you're not going to be seeing me from here. And he's like, why is that? I'm like, cause I'm going to be moving tonight. It's my last night. And he's like, well, when are you moving? I'm like, 10 days. And he looks at me dead in the eyes. He's like, so I have 10 days to convince you to stay here forever with me. Woo! And I'm looking at him like, wow, that's actually pretty good.
Yeah, I know that. At least his tongue wasn't hard.
Yeah, no, this is actually a good one. That was actually kind of smooth. He's like, all right. Like, so I have 10 days to convince you to stay here forever with me.
No, there you go. Apparently it wasn't good enough. It wasn't long enough for you to stay.
It definitely was not.
Oh, God. I think you probably have a lot better stories than I do. I mean, like, all my stories are Jake's.
Yeah, you actually work in a bar, so you have an unlimited supply of stories. It's endless entertainment.
Yeah, I mean, I do work in a dive bar, it is what it is, but, I do see some good things happen, but, I know everybody. I know everybody's business, it is what it is, and I kind of, been excluded on the whole, like, dating scene for a little bit, and all my, mishaps have been with Jake's. Basically, I should just have a t-shirt that says, no Jake's allowed. Mm-hmm. Or, are you jaking me?
Seems to be a recurring theme. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, I got Jake stories,
You can just close out your shows with, remember folks, don't be a Jake.
Basically, don't be a Jake. Yeah, yeah. Well, all my friends say, like, hey, if you want to hit on me at a bar, just tell her that your name is Jake, and she'll take you home. So, yeah, I kind of avoid, I've only been on dating sites like twice, and the one time I went on a fucking date, found out the next day that he fucked my mom's best friend, so there's that.
And they called it puppy love.
Oh, jeez, I don't think
I did mention on my other one, my go live that I did on Facebook. There was another one too, a guy who asked me out, like, hey, I wasn't interested at all, but he's like, hey, there's no sense, in not being able to just be friends and get to know each other a little bit. Yeah, okay, sure. Find out he was a nudist, lived on a sailboat, and was a pagan.
Pagan Sailboat Nudist is a great band name.
He seemed as vanilla as can be. He was a
Wait, what is a pagan? What's a pagan?
A pagan, basically like God. I just keep thinking of Indiana Jones, like when I picture pagan.
Maybe I'm fucking vanilla. I don't even know what a fucking pagan is.
Like a pre-Christian nature worship type of.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, okay, all right, okay. So, go on.
I just had to picture him like, balls to the wall out, just with a freaking
literally balls out.
Worshipping a tree somewhere or some demigod that.
Wait, so he was like a Christian nudist?
No, he's a pagan nudist.
A pagan nudist. Oh, okay. Because somebody said Christian earlier.
Pre-Christian. Sorry.
Pre-Christian. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
he didn't find Jesus yet.
So like before Corona, like before Christ. So BC.
Yeah. He's like think of Halloween, but that's a Tuesday for him.
Oh.
Right. jack-o'-lanterns, candies, and everything. That's a fucking normal day for Johnny No Pants.
Oh my god. And this guy was a paramedic too. Like, fine, upstanding job, vanilla as could be. But yeah, that was apparently the pickup.
Apparently, like, in my head, I was totally, like, getting pagan and, like, hogging, like, intermixed. So, there's my bad, so I apologize.
You see, and that's one of the things, like, I really, like, I look for when we start, this podcast up and running is, because the thing is that makes this different than a lot of other, like, dating, relationship advice, podcasts is, as far as I know, this is the only podcast I know that takes fan submissions and we read them on the show. Mm-hmm. And it's done completely anonymously, so the ones who do submit it in, if there's names in there, the names will be changed and all that shit, because we do want to keep people's privacy, but I get people want to share their stories. And there's always gonna be those people that, like, submit a story and say, like, everything went great, but I don't know what went wrong until somebody else reads the stories. Like, mm-hmm. Like, I know there's a story about one of my previous dates that, if you guys like to, maybe we kind of test drive the, show and I can tell you my dating story and you guys give me, your answer on what you think is wrong.
Let's hear it. I want to fucking hear it.
Okay.
Great. Let's see how this goes. Alright. So, a few years ago, I met this girl on, I believe it was Bumble. Mm-hmm. And, I love Bumble because, because the thing with Bumble is, like, the girl has to make the first interaction. There's that first, like, initial, like, contact. Mm-hmm. It's like fucking, like, Tinder with morals and shit. So, so we end up going on this date. We go to this really nice restaurant that's not too far from here. Now, she, lived one town over, but she came over to my house. She drove out here and then we went together. Because I was running late from work, you know, and shit like that. So, we want to make sure there was enough time to get to the restaurant. So by the time I got home, got cleaned up and everything, she was already on her way. We picked up and we went down. So we got to the restaurant around 6 o'clock. Already had reservations because I knew that was going to run late and shit. Sat down. I pulled the chair off her. Polite gentleman, because that's who I am. That's how I live my fucking life. And we sat there for, I believe it was 6.5 hours, talking. Appetizers, dinner, dessert. Yeah, we talked for 6.5 fucking hours. And we talked about fucking everything, you know, what we do for a living, what we like to do for a living, you know, what goals do we have, like, not only for us personally, but maybe in the future. She dove into, like, a lot of, like, maybe, like, second, third, fourth day shit about, you know, like, do you ever see yourself getting married? Do you ever see yourself having kids and shit like that? We talked about family, religion. We talked about fucking everything until about 10:30. And we're like, we didn't realize how late it fucking was. Like, oh shit, okay, so we gotta go. So we ended up back in my house and we were parked out front. And I walked into her car, we're sitting there by her car, and there was like 15 or 20 minutes of us standing there. And I've never in my life, and I'm 30 years old, never in my life been a first date kiss person. Never fucking did it. Once, but she was trash. I didn't even try it. She went for it. I mean, good for her, but she just didn't turn out right. So I'm sitting there and I'm trying to say, you know, I know I'm gonna kiss her. We spent so much time talking. I think there's a connection. I'm gonna kiss her. But every time I was about to, I think she would start talking. So I'm like, okay, she knows I'm gonna try to kiss her. Maybe she doesn't want me to kiss her. So about 5 or 10 minutes goes by, we're still talking, and then all of a sudden, as she's talking to me, I see something out of the corner of my eye, and there's this fucking cat playing in the yard somewhere and shit. And I'm just focused on this fucking cat now as she's talking. I think she realized that. And she's like, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, there's a cat over there doing some shit, and I'm not sure what. She's like, oh, well, I was just telling you about something. Oh, no, I know, but the fucking cat. And she's like, you seem really fucking nervous. I'm like, yeah, well, I want to fucking kiss you, but I can never find a moment. She's like, well, why don't you just do it? I'm like, because every time I try, you keep talking. And she's like, well, why don't you just fucking do it? So I go in to fucking kiss her, and as I do, she starts fucking talking again. So I fucking step back, and he's like, I didn't think you were going to go for it. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to stare at this fucking cat. You let me know when you're ready.
Oh God, no.
She couldn't stop laughing for about 5 minutes because I'm a funny fucking person. And like when I get
Obviously.
yeah. So I'm literally staring at this fucking cat as she's fucking almost falling to the ground fucking laughing. And then she stopped. I'm like, you good? She's like, yeah. As soon as I lead in, she starts laughing again. And I'm like, what's funny? Like, I'm just wondering what the cat's doing. And never really had a first kiss. She fucking left. We were supposed to have a second date and never fucking happened. So, what did I do wrong?
Okay, hang on. I got this.
It's the cat's fault. Fucking pussy.
No. I'll tell you this right now, because you have to take that moment. You have to be the take charge. You have to have the confidence. Like, if a guy has to ask, can I kiss you? No, guess what? You should have just grabbed me and done it. You know, like things are going well, you should just keep your move. You have the confidence to do it. And then also the fact that she was talking and, you know, maybe she felt awkward and then it just kind of got away instead of, you know, kind of seizing the moment.
A man that knows what he wants.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want somebody to second guess. They want to know somebody that has the confidence to go in and be like, bitch, we're doing it. Or not bitch, but, you know. Like,
and if you had a good night, talking all night, you know, you should just, you know, just make it as natural as can be. You know, like you're saying good night to her. You don't even have to think about it, second guess it, nothing. Like, hey, we had a great night tonight. You know, and go in for the kiss. Obviously, if she's going to stop you, then you do not proceed. But I don't think she was going to stop you. I think she was just waiting for you to make the move, and you hesitated. So that was the issue.
You could look like fucking Bozo the Clown. As long as you got confidence and you can make somebody laugh, it doesn't matter. That's all women want. They want the confidence and they want to laugh.
100%. 100%. If a guy can make you laugh, forget it. Panty drop right there.
Oh yeah. I agree with that one 1,000%.
So it has nothing to do with the fucking cat. Because
the fact that you were more interested in looking at a cat in the neighboring yard than her lips might have been.
I was totally joking earlier, saying it was all about it was the pussy's fault, but I mean,
you were staring at the wrong pussy. Let's put it that way.
But see, and that's the thing, and you know, and you guys are probably absolutely right. Like, I definitely should have went in and kissed her immediately, but the thing was, I never found that one fucking moment, and maybe that's me, and maybe that's my always problem. Is like, I always want to have like that movie moment or that feeling where it's like, you know, this is the perfect time, and I just never fucking felt that. Like, cause originally, like, I brought her to her car, opened the door, I said goodnight, and then I thought about going for it then, but all of a sudden she started talking, and we ended up in this conversation.
Well, the reason why she kept talking was because she wanted to spend more time with you.
Yeah, but I mean, we're together for nearly 7 hours by that.
Yeah, if she didn't want to spend more time with you, she wouldn't have kept talking because, trust me, like, when I don't want to talk to somebody, I'm just like, yeah, okay, yeah, great, homie, bye. Like, she liked you. She fucking liked you. She wanted to spend more time with you because she kept rambling on.
Girl, she was prolonging the moment.
So maybe I should have asked her to stay the night?
Yeah.
Well,
right? Maybe I ruined it. Right. But it was okay because I had a roommate at that time, and plus my sister was at the house too. It would just been weird, but.
Well, first of all, you should have just kissed her.
I should have. You're absolutely right.
You should have just kissed her mid-sentence. I think that is the most sexiest thing that a man could do. Like, mid-sentence of you going on your rant and rave and then just like, boom, locking it down.
Right. I agree, 100%.
Fucking Bryan Adams playing in the background.
The waist. Yep. That's what I'm saying. If you're waiting for that magic rom-com moment, just, you know, have like some, you know, Pretty in Pink song like queued up on your, Spotify and go back. The 16 candles, you know, like final moment scene.
That's
just
why they make you about it, because it's not real life.
This is the weird, insane worm that was on my floor that she didn't know what it was. I'm like, that's from your hair clip.
Say hi, Lucas.
Hi.
Who's that?
That's my roommate.
We got worms, dude. We got worms.
Literally, it was a hair clip day. Yeah.
Is that the fucking dude in the banana costume from your O'Neill's live?
That's my guy. Like, literally, like, that is what he just came to bring me because she thought it was a worm.
Oh no.
That was like a bug.
It does look like a worm.
For the
It's like a
audio,
maggot.
for the audio listeners, Jordan O's got, I don't know what the fuck that is. I don't fucking know.
That's a broken piece of hair clip.
It's a broken piece of hair clip.
Exactly. It's like it's a broken piece of hair clip, and sometimes people get scared of bugs. I'm not one of them, but
Can we also acknowledge the art on the back wall that you have there that says "Go fuck yourself"?
Oh no, wait, you guys. This one says "Go fuck yourself," and this one says "Let's summon the demons."
Goddamn, that's
Nice.
perfect.
Are those from Look Human?
I'm sorry?
Are those from Look Human?
I have no fucking
Oh,
clue.
okay.
That's all
This
low
looks
cut.
familiar to me.
Quit making shit up, Joe.
When I do my live feed, I'm like, because I do my live feed with all a bunch of fucking Catholics and Christians, so I can't even swear. So,
well, let me tell you something, Jordan.
I got some bad fucking news.
Yeah, let me tell you something. Hey, Joe.
Yeah.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a pastor at a church.
I'm just a vagina that's a drunk.
Right.
Well, I went to Catholic school here, so I'm
Let's go back to the
Mostly
wrong
just
pussy
for the uniform.
thing here in a minute.
Jesus Christ.
It's really okay. It doesn't bother me at all. If it did, I'd speak up. I think God's got bigger problems than us using swear words.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Joey, do you have any pickup lines that you want to share? Ones that have been maybe said to you or you have said in return? I got a perfect pickup line story that I can't wait to share, but I don't want to go.
I don't have any good ones.
All right. This is mine.
Do you want to hear my worst one?
I absolutely would love to hear your worst one.
But now I feel bad because there's priests in the house.
Nah, you're good.
Jesus loves me, this I know.
Oh. No, the other day I had sex with a guy and I literally took his hand and put it on my boob and I go, he's got the whole world. No, I mean, I was bartending at the time, it was Halloween, and obviously Halloween is like the drunk girl slutty.
Yeah.
He's like, so cute. I'm gonna rape you tonight. I said, okay, bro, you're cut off. That was my worst one.
Shit.
Yikes.
Yeah,
that's why I was like, I don't know if I should say it. Jeez.
That's when you get the bouncer and you're like, okay, this one needs to go.
I just cut him off and he was like, bro, get it. It's like, why are you cutting me off? I was like, bro, you just told me you were gonna rape me. It's like, come on, now.
We're like at the point where you're threatening crimes.
Although I do gotta say, it's definitely a one-sided thing because I have used that line before and it totally works.
You're not wrong.
Well, it's kind of creepy when guys say it.
Oh yeah.
When guys say it, it's totally a bad thing. When I've used that line before and it definitely works.
Right, talk about double standards, right? Fuck.
Oh, 100%. No, I've told guys I was going to rape them, and I've told guys I was going to sit on their face so they couldn't breathe anymore. They weren't upset about it.
See, it's not as bad when we do it. So it's definitely a double standard there.
It's not as bad as when we do it.
The history of sexual violence is a little one-sided, so it kind of makes sense.
And that's what the issue is. Is like men don't come forward and they don't talk about those things, but they kind of like it at the same time. I don't know what the PC part about that is. But yeah, no, we shouldn't tell men that we're gonna rape them. But then they like it. But I don't like it when somebody tells me that they're gonna rape me.
I think context is key.
I think it's really in the eyes, too. Like, if somebody goes up to you, heavy breathing, fucking eyes bloodshot, saying, like, I'm gonna rape you, I mean, there's a 50-50 chance that you probably shouldn't walk out of that bar by yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I said that. But I have eyes to kill a bird. Like, literally, like, my eyelashes, like, are my best feature, so I could probably tell you, like, eat garbage and then I'll have sex with you, and they'll probably have sex with me.
Eat garbage. Like a George Costanza top garbage donut.
Yeah, exactly.
I got a story for you.
Alright, let me hear it.
So I was at this country bar, Stampede, which is no longer there, very upset. And I'm sitting there, and there's this girl who's sitting at the other end of the bar. Cute girl. I'm sitting there, I'm just waiting for a buddy of mine and shit like that.
Well, thank God she was a cute girl. I hope you wouldn't want to go with an ugly girl.
Right. Trust me, I know what I look like, and my fucking range, I have no room to talk. Fucking heifers would be attractive to me at some point. I'm so alone. Anyways, so here I'm at the bar, waiting for a buddy of mine to show up, and there's like these two girls sitting there, and they're both cute, and one walks around. Already fucking drunk, it's like 4 p.m. Not judging, just want to share that part.
That's the kind of girl for me.
Right, so she walks over to me and she throws out like probably one of the most generic pickup lines, like, what's a guy like you sitting at the bar by yourself or something like that? And, you know, I'm like, oh, I'm just waiting for a buddy of mine. She's like, oh, can I sit down and drink with you? And I'm like, yeah, if you want, you know. So I'm sitting there drinking and she's making conversation, and her glass was empty when she walked up. And, so I'm sitting there talking, I'm still drinking, and she's fucking like swirling her fucking ice and shit in her glass. And,
Subtle.
You're right.
She wants you just to buy her a drink.
Yes, exactly. So, and
you fucking sucker.
Yeah. So I figured out that's exactly what she fucking wanted. I knew what she wanted because, first off, I know what I look like and I know what she looked like, and I'm not gonna end up with someone like that, and no one's gonna come up to the bar and say shit like that to me. I know that. I know where I'm at in this fucking chain of attractiveness. So I'm sitting there drinking, and, you know, I'm just responding back to her, blah, blah, and everything. She's like, God, I need another drink. I'm like, you should probably order one. There's only 5 people in this bar. There's probably no wait. And she's like, well, I was just like, my money's all the way over there at the other end of the bar. I'm like, yeah, I mean, it seems like a long walk, but I'm sure if you really try, you can probably make it there, no problem. And she's like, you don't want to buy me a drink? And I'm like, why would I want to buy you a drink? I don't even know who the fuck you are.
I love you right now so much. So for you. Yeah.
So she's like, well,
I'll have to agree with that.
Right? So she's like, well, that's kind of shitty. I'm like, what's shitty about it? She's like, you won't buy me a drink? I come all the way over here to talk to you and you won't even buy me a drink? I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know who you are. I'm not going to offer to buy you a drink because I don't know who you are. I knew you kind of just assumed it at this point. She's like, well, that's kind of fucked up and you're kind of being an asshole about it. I'm like, yes, keep saying bad things to me because I'll buy it to you immediately. She's like, what the fuck? You don't like buying attractive women drinks? I'm like, I do all the time.
But the ones I go up to, not the ones that come and try to sit on my dick just to get the fucking drink.
Yeah. So then
I see it all the time.
Yeah. So she fucking looked at me. She's like, well, you don't think I'm attractive? I'm like, if you did, I'd buy you a booze. So she got pissed, fucking walked away. But it's like, I'm not dumb. Like, I know what exactly the fuck that she was trying to fucking do. And it's like if you really want me to buy you a fucking drink, buy me one first. Why does that have to be one-sided, you know?
Oh, no, that is definitely my first go-to. I always buy somebody else a drink if I actually like them. Honestly, if I really want to be honest with you, the more I ignore you, the more I like you. Mm-hmm. I'm like opposite. Like, I'm like, I will not talk to somebody I actually think is cute. Absolutely not. Unless your name is Jake, but that's
So you like a guy so much, you allow him to not know any emotion from you just to go home and masturbate on his own.
Yeah.
You fucking keep
Purple people eater, the more I like you, the less I'll talk to you. And so most of the time, like, any guy that, like, I won't even talk to him. And the guys I don't like think I fucking am in love with them because it's like, hey baby, what can I get you? Hey baby, how are you doing? Da da da. And they're like, oh my gosh, she totally likes me. I'm like, bro, I'm just
It's
like a
just
stripper.
easy to get tips.
It's money.
Oh yeah. If I had $1 for every friend that thought a stripper loved them, I could fucking go to a strip club.
You could go to strip club for free, right?
Right?
But you know what?
They
Those
would pay
girls
for it.
that go to the bars with like no money in their pocket and just expect guys to buy them drinks all night,
Yep.
that's trash. That is absolute trash.
I
Like,
fucking
no freaking
agree.
reason. Like, place I used to work or if I used to go out, I'll sit down and if a guy wants to buy me a drink, first of all, I will never go look. I will buy my own damn drinks. If somebody offers to buy me a drink or sends me a drink, even if there's no interest, if I'm seeing somebody with somebody, I'll accept a drink. I'll sit down next to the person, strike up a conversation. I'm a social person, and if I'm hanging out in a public place, sure, why not? Let's talk.
Agreed.
Who are you? Where are you from? What's your deal? Make me laugh. And then, hey, next round, maybe I'll buy them a drink. If we're sitting around hanging, talking, like, hey, you know what? I got you next. I'll never turn it down, but I certainly would never just show up to a place expecting it from other people. That's trash.
Because they're dirty rags. Like, I see those girls at my bar all the time. All the time. And they're the same girls that meet their drug dealers in the back alley. Like, really? Like, let's get real. I really do not, I'm not a cheap date. I'm not. I'm a shot girl. I take shots all night. I'll have one drink, but I'll have maybe 17 shots all night. So I am very okay with taking care of myself. I've always been told, hey Jordan, you wouldn't have to work so much if you just managed your money well and didn't go out as much. I'm like, no, I'd rather work and live the lifestyle I would like to live.
Right? Work to live, don't live to work.
Well, I work just like...
Right now I'd give for either.
Honestly, I am so
One of those
like
great right now.
A 2-year-old is worse than a drunk man at my bar. At least I can kick him out and send him home. This bitch. She's there all day. She yells at me. She tells me I'm doing everything wrong. She's really not nice sometimes. Like, very not nice. And I can't just like send her away and be like, no, your wife has to take you and take care of you the rest of the night. I'm like, oh fuck. I'm the wife now.
Oh god. But yeah, so the plan is to have the first episode of Pretty Little Freaks be released in May. I think we're shooting for the first week of May as of right now. And one of the bigger ways for that to happen is to get the fan submitted stories to come in. And I know Sarge gonna listen to this podcast, and I know he just did a live podcast last weekend where he got a little pissed because you guys are growing in popularity on Facebook pretty quickly. And I'm not sure if he looks at the numbers, but you guys are about 385 right now when it comes to your Facebook within like 2 weeks. So congratulations on that.
We have tits, you guys don't. So, like.
Well.
Oh yeah. Sex sells. That's exactly what it is. And that was a conversation I had with Sarge, when he went off and, he was saying that, I was like, it's just easier for women to get followers. And he's absolutely right. And I'm okay with that. So.
You guys have to start showing your tits a little bit more.
Yeah. Low cut shirts.
I'm one of those pay to play kind of guys, so.
Oh wait, I forgot. You do everything naked.
Right?
Maybe you should go live.
Alright, if I start seeing that bank account increase, maybe the fucking video camera will come on. Who knows, right? But yeah, no, but fan submission is going to be the most important part of the podcast. It's actually what's going to drive the podcast to work. So those of you out there, if you guys are listening and you guys have a story that you want to share from a date, from a relationship, and I know originally the podcast, when I think I mentioned it, it was all about fan submission from women about dates with men, but we're actually broadening the podcast to focus on everybody. So we take submissions from men and from women, and from whatever dates and relationships you guys are a part of, however you live your life. No judgments here whatsoever. Everybody love everybody, right? I think they said that in Semi-Pro, Will Ferrell.
Absolutely.
Right. So if you guys have a story you want to share, again, it'll be read on the podcast completely anonymously. Your names won't be mentioned in the podcast. You can send it to prettylittlefreakspodcast@yahoo.com, or you can message them over to Facebook, Pretty Little Freaks. And these girls are also on Instagram, and they're also on Twitter @Pretty Little Freaks. Make sure you check them out and follow them. And, you know, they do a lot of Facebook Live stuff, which is really cool. I think there was like 8 videos in like 2 days or some shit like that.
Well, we had a little technical difficulties for a minute.
Yeah.
We have to get better on that one.
Right. And I hope that pisses Sarge off too. You guys had a technical difficulty video that's still uploaded and got over 1,000 views.
I think the one video I got like 3,400.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. A lot of the, I mean, you guys have so many views coming from the videos, and that's what. And I think that's one of the coolest things about this, because the whole idea of doing this podcast and having you guys host it is to draw from a different, Joey, what's the word? Demographic that we don't reach out to. And it's more of those relationships and love and stuff like that. And you guys, I mean, trying to figure out the 2 hosts we wanted for this show, I mean, finding you guys worked out like beyond perfect, because you guys have this weird chemistry where you're almost like the same person but from 2 different fucking worlds. So you blend.
No, wait, you guys don't know. We like our first night that we like hung out, like quarantine, like this. My face fucking hurt the next day because we were laughing so goddamn much. We lasted 3 hours, 3 goddamn fucking hours.
I haven't laughed that hard in a long time, too. It was great.
Who have you guys FaceTime for 3 fucking hours?
I don't like hanging out with anyone for 3 fucking hours. I bought this brand new.
We have to regularly schedule like little FaceTime dates now.
I know. I fucked up last night. I apologize. We did have a FaceTime date last night, and I didn't do it because.
Yeah. You know what? I was exhausted last night anyway.
Okay, perfect. So we should just like set a date when the babes is not here and I can actually get drunk. Oh my god, we had the best night ever. Sorry. Not only are we co-hosts, we're fucking friends.
Exactly.
Right. That's what I mean. Like, the fact that you guys, like, just, you guys work so well together, like, is beyond perfect, you know? And it's hard to find people to have, like, the same personality. But you guys are doing great at it. And I can't be more happy that this is actually happening. And one of the things that, as Ball Wash becoming a sponsor, we got that gift box thing, and we were trying to figure out the best way to kind of give that away. And I thought one of the best ways to do it is not only give away the product, but to kind of like give it away to somebody who submits maybe a story to the Pretty Little Freaks podcast.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, fuck yeah.
So what I want to do is, from now until, let's say May, what's the first Saturday in May? Somebody with a calendar. I'd look it up, bud. I'm a fucking.
I'll look it up right now.
The 2nd.
Oh.
2nd? May 2nd?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So from now until May 2nd, any submission that we get from our listeners and stuff for the podcast, all those names will be put into a raffle, and then we'll pull a winner, and they will receive the gift. So
that's awesome.
I like it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's our way of saying thank you, and obviously, again, since everything's anonymous, the winner will be anonymous. We'll just use a generic name and shit like that, which will be totally fine. But it's a way of saying thank you to those who are going to submit their stories to us, and hopefully, you know, as we grow with Ball Wash and we grow with Freakin' Studios and stuff, we can start doing a lot more giveaways, not only through Ball Wash, but maybe merchandise giveaways and stuff like that. Because without fans, we really don't have anything. So.
Well, honestly, like, that's kind of cool because, like, May, they're saying that we might get back into it, and then they'll have really fresh balls to put on somebody's face.
Exactly.
Perfect.
That's one of the cool things I'm hoping for when it comes to May is when we get together and you guys kind of join, not the ball thing. You know.
Don't think about putting your fucking balls on my face. You know what? Honestly, I used to tell Travis all the time. I said, you know what? You're my future ex-husband.
Yeah, I think we we fucking, we were both huge fans of country music. What
Are you still
yeah, what was it? Whose fucking wedding was that? Nick's wedding, right?
Nick's wedding. And then it was it Nick's wedding or somebody else's wedding that I told your mom that she had great tits?
That was Nick's wedding.
Same one? Okay, yeah.
I had a 20-minute conversation about you with my mom on the way home about that, by the way. I appreciate it.
It's like, I really like that girl. That's a good girl right there.
That's exactly what she said.
I really like her.
My mom always told me to appreciate what you see. Like, you see a nice fucking pair of tits, you gotta tell them. You see a nice ass, you gotta tell them. You see a nice dick, just suck it. So.
Well, you never once compliment me on my ass, so I'm kind of insulted then.
Well, I mean, like.
No, I get it. I don't have a cute ass. Thanks, you verified that. So we're looking for a new host of Pretty Little Podcast. No,
I rub your ass like on my phone somewhere.
Probably.
So.
But we've known each other for almost like 5 years now. So I mean, it was pretty cool that.
7.
I guess 7. Yeah, I guess it has been 7. Yeah, 2012, 13. So it was pretty cool that that this opportunity came about, and I'm so glad I thought of you for it. And Sarge brought Lorine around, and I had a chance to talk to you too. It just amazes me how much you guys are like the same fucking person. So I'm really excited to see how this podcast goes. I'm predicting like every other word being the F word. So obviously the podcast is
not going to be clean. It's not going to be clean.
No. Well, I think Joey, all of our podcasts are not safe for work, right?
Correct.
Yes. So I'm really excited for it. Not only for the podcast, but for you guys because this is going to be the first podcast you guys are hosting. That this is like your first podcast. And I'm really excited because of Freaknet Studios. This is the first creation of that network that we developed last year. So, a lot of cool things. Video content's going to come out as soon as we're all able to get back together again. I just told Joey before you guys came on that we're going to do the whiskey ranking video that I would love for him to do with you guys, being whiskey fans.
Oh, hell yeah.
Right? And who knows, maybe down the line, when they open up your bar again, Jordan, we'll have a Freaknet Studios night out and we'll all get together and just get fucked up.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Right?
I'll wear my butt pants and everything.
Do you have assless chaps? Is that a thing?
I do. Oh, that makes sense. Never mind.
No, they're basically assless chaps because I've had them since I was in 8th grade and I can still fit in them, and they're called my butt pants because there's like 2 holes behind them, and literally I'll post on Facebook, be like, hey, I'm wearing my butt pants at work, and then they're like,
everybody shows up.
That's the August image of the Freaknet Studios calendar. Perfect. Alright. So we're running out of time. Actually, I just went a lot longer than I thought. I'm really actually impressed. Shit. So we're gonna do the game next week for Mike Corona. Derek's birthday was this past week, so happy birthday, Derek. You guys remember Derek's wanted to edit out the shows and stuff. Still won't come on the fucking podcast, don't know why, but whatever. So happy birthday to him. We're gonna do a Mike Corona game next week for him and his birthday. If you guys want, Lorine and Jordan, we always end out the show with the segment What You Freaking Thinking, where you kind of like, what you really like thinking about right now and stuff like that. So would you guys care to participate in our little segment here?
yeah,
Sure.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Perfect. I'll start with Jordan. What are you freaking thinking about?
Peeing.
Peeing?
I have to pee.
You gotta pee. Well, fucking hold it.
I'm sorry. It was the first thing that came to my mind. Did you want to try again? Like,
I'll give you another shot. Go for it. Jordan, what are you freaking thinking about?
purple people later. What does everything have to do with my vagina? Okay.
Something to do with your vagina. Perfect.
My birthday is on Sunday. How about that? That's what I'm thinking about.
Oh,
Your birthday's coming up?
On Sunday, yeah. I'm going to be 30.
God damn you.
Welcome to the 30 club.
Yeah, I know. I have to fucking buy face cream and everything now. Jesus goddamn Christ.
Consider yourself lucky. I have to buy a whole new face.
Bro, don't even say that because I've seen you on live and you don't need a new face. So, what are you thinking about?
Yeah,
What am I thinking about?
Thinking about.
Like the mundane, like just random thought that was popping in my head.
Yeah, just like, you know, what's something like you're going throughout the day and you're always pondering like a thought or what you've been thinking about lately and shit like that. You know, just what you freaking thinking about.
Fucking day. You said right now. I thought about peeing.
It's not about right now. It's just what you freaking thinking about. Like what's in your mind that you've been thinking about, you know? It's like, it's not like, hey, this very moment in your life, what's in your mind? No, just
okay, so
like,
my thought that's been running through my head all day was how I have not thrown my laptop like through a window by now.
I feel that. That's really relatable.
Because I'm sure as everyone, you know, millions and millions of people are going through this right now, trying to file for unemployment because, you know, due to the whole corona, I got laid off from my job. So, trying to file for unemployment and literally probably about 120 times for 8 hours straight, I tried to get into the website. It takes me through 3 screens and takes me right back to the beginning. Go through 3 screens, right back to the beginning. So I did that for about 8 hours today.
Oh, baby girl.
That sucks.
Until I finally lost my mind and was like, I can't anymore. But tomorrow's another day that I have to do it again. So.
But did you get that stimulus check?
Yes, I did. So that is a good thing. That'll help. But my mind will be at ease when I'm able to get everything to go through.
You know what I did with my stimulus check?
You said it already?
No, not the whole thing. But I went to Jewel today, and I had bought 15 rolls of paper towels.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah.
Always very needed.
Right?
Nice. You can use it to clean up the pee puddle underneath your fucking chair.
Apparently, yeah. Yeah.
I
had a fucking baby, man. Like, you can't hold pee for shit. Anyways, Travis, what are you freaking thinking about? I'm so scared now that I know that there's a pastor or preacher.
Don't be. Please don't be.
No. I think we're more focused on the fact that I'm supposed to be your ex-husband, and now you work for me. It's a weird world. So what am I freaking thinking about? I'll tell you what I'm freaking thinking about. I'm talking now.
On you, right?
This past weekend, I made it a goal to write the first short story of Freaky Tales, and I did that. So I'm really excited for that. Joey, I tried to send it to you over the weekend, but for some reason, like, it just fucked up sending. Oh. But I wrote the first short story, so I'm really excited for that. One down, 25 to fucking go.
That's great. Congratulations.
So, right, thanks. So, I know, like, you, me, and somehow Sarge got brought into that. We're gonna collaborate and make the short story book and hopefully get it released by October. So, I got the first one done, so we officially have started. So, now I just need you guys to help me out here and make some stories.
Nice.
I can make the stories. So yeah, I'm really excited for it. Freaky Tales is a segment that we did throughout the month of October for the last 4 years, so I'm really excited to actually turn it more into something. So I'm really excited for that.
It'll be nice to read our stories instead of, public domain ones.
Yeah. And I figured out something too because what's the fake shit? Fiction, right? That's the, fake stories. Yeah. I realized something when it came to fiction is I fucking hate what I write.
Oh.
When it comes to like, you know, doing like the dieting journals and shit like that, I can just write it and because it's honest and it's what it's about me. But I'm sitting there writing this story and I'm like, okay, you know, I want to make it like scary. I want people to like feel like, you know, goosebumps and shit like that. Yeah. And I have 2 sides to my mind on this. Like the one side is like, you know, this is kind of chilly. I could see somebody, you know, just sitting at home in the dark reading this. It'll kind of get to them. But at the same time, it says like, this isn't fucking scary enough. But realistically, it is just a book. And how scared can you really get from like just reading? Like it's not like something's gonna jump out at you like in a movie and stuff like that. So I think there is something I do want to change in the book, but at the same time, I I want you to read it. I want to get your perspective on it, and
Nice.
just kind of get these worked out. But I'm really excited for it. It's my first fiction story I read wrote that wasn't required to do for a grade in school. So,
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah.
You know what you should do? You know what you should do, Travis?
what should I do?
You should listen to some scary stories on Audible and kind of get a feel for like trying to find your writing style and like different ways to kind of like portray a situation and to describe things and kind of get into that rhythmic like writing style. If you listen to some scary stories on Audible, you can kind of maybe get a feel for your own writing style.
Honestly, the one that
Nice.
I'm listening to right now on Audible, like, it is so fucked up that I haven't been able to finish it. Yeah, it is phenomenal. It's a really good one, but I'm so scared that
Nice.
I can't finish it.
What is it?
Oh jeez. No,
If I had
literally,
asked you before you brought it up, you'd have known it.
yes, you're not wrong. I literally go through like 2 to 3 audiobooks a week, and now they're all just like, and it's a true story. It's a true story.
All right.
If you tell, oh my god, this one has got me fucked up in my brain, and I literally have to like, this is the longest time it's taken me on an audio because it is that fucked up. Sorry, I didn't need to like overtake everybody else, but
No, you're fine. You're fine.
I literally am obsessed with audiobooks. Like, I spend way too much money because I'm so obsessed with it. I'm so fucking ADD. I can't listen to music when I clean, and I clean all day long because it's Corona. I have a 2-year-old. Like, this is what I have to do. And when I do all of that, I have to listen to an audiobook because, like, when music comes on, it's like, no. But an audiobook, I get so engaged with it, and, like, I get so connected with things. So, that's why I was so excited. I was literally so excited when you said that those, like, it was our sponsor. I was like, I can actually, like, I don't wash my balls because I don't have balls, but audiobook, like, I could fucking do that because I literally, like, OG Jake freaking got me a year subscription to it, and I have surpassed his subscription that he bought me for Christmas. And that was like, 4 months ago? And that's $12. That's $12. So, sorry, we're going down a rant.
No, you're fine. And that's one of the coolest things that, with Ball Wash and Audible being a sponsor of the entire network and everything, it gives people the opportunity to utilize Audible. Fun fact about what Lorine just said, yesterday on my way to the doctor, I actually bought Volume 1 and Volume 2 of Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark on Audible so I can listen to it on my way to the doctor.
Wait, like Nickelodeon, like Scary Stories?
They're more based towards kids. But those are the books that gave me the idea to do this book.
Okay.
I'm still trying to figure out, like, I don't know the age range I want to do for the book. I think it's probably going to be aimed towards more like the younger kids. I'm not sure, obviously like elementary school, but I would love for it to be something that like maybe somebody like, like college age like could really get into.
I'm gonna tell you this right now, you might be my future ex-husband, but I'm not gonna fucking listen to it because you can barely go to the bathroom without a light on. So, just heads up. If it's scary, I like, scary things are kind of scary.
Well, the only thing that I hate fucking horror movies. I can't watch horror movies. They scare the shit out of me. But I could write this and it doesn't bother me so much because I guess I know what's going on in the story. But I'm actually trying to pull real life events from my life and make stories out of them because I've encountered like creepy things. So I'm really excited for that. But that's fine. You don't have to listen to it. I get it. I mean, that's probably how I'm going to end up being your ex-husband because you don't support my fucking creativeness.
Yeah. Still we're
Supported at a
perfect together.
distance.
We're fucking still we're perfect together.
Yeah. You don't appreciate my ass, and you won't fucking read my fucking novels. So I mean, yeah, I get why our marriage doesn't work out. So
I'm not going to say what I'm thinking.
Isn't that like 90% of marriages, though?
Yeah. No, that's why they fail, and that's why ours will fail.
okay. All right, Joe, what are you freaking thinking about?
I am freaking thinking about this week, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. The 7th season has been out for a while, and because of the lockdown, my wife and I finally had some time to sit and watch it, and we binged it all in like 2 days, and it was great.
Oh, there you go.
So, it was nice.
That is a great show. I think I pretty much finished Netflix at this point. Like,
Right?
I don't even know.
I literally moved on to Hulu now.
I've moved on to Hulu. I've even got like Amazon Prime, HBO Go. Like, I'm flipping back and forth. Like, oh my god, I think I've seen this. Like, they need to start like, they need to go in crisis mode and just start releasing all the shit that they had planned on.
Right?
For
It's all ready to go.
Year. Like, they need to mass release it all. Like, they need to stop with this crap because we're running out of things.
Right? I feel that.
Honestly, I have a 2-year-old, so I don't really get to watch TV that much, but I did see Upward, and that was fucking awesome. Other than that, like, I really don't get to, I got my face painted today with markers.
Nice.
Yeah, it was actually really funny. It was really funny. I got my face painted with markers. I had my whole hand painted with nail polish. That's my life now. And I have to, like, she's like, Mama, let's go outside. Mama, let's go outside. Mama, go bye-bye. Mama, go bye-bye. I'm like, baby, the world is sick. And she's like, medicine? I'm like, you got the medicine? Fucking A, man. Like, why you been holding out on us? Like, seriously. Like, how are you supposed to explain to a 2-year-old, like, literally, fuck, it's fucking corona out there. We can't go out. Like, how are you supposed to tell a 2-year-old, like, and she goes,
yeah,
Mama,
right?
shopping? Mama, shopping? I'm like, no, baby, the world is sick. And then she literally would be like, medicine? Yeah, I know, we all need fucking medicine.
They're working on it.
But,
Aw.
Oh, that's adorable.
I'm like, bro, come up with the medicine so I could live off of you, and then you wouldn't have to live off of me. You're 2 years old, it would be perfect. But, you know, she hasn't come up with the medicine yet, so there's that. But
she figures it out. I mean,
it's a situation that nobody's ever fucking been in ever.
Right?
So it's like, how are we supposed to, like, mental stability, like, relationships stability? Like, literally, if I was actually with somebody right now, like, how, Joe, good for you that you have your wife. I don't know, if I had a wife or if I had a husband, I might fucking kill him. No offense. You're
Well, we've been very lucky so far. She works at a hospital, as a researcher, not as a nurse, or a doctor. And so, we've been able to continue to work, more or less. So we're not cooped up all the time. Just this last week we both had colds, and until we got tested, it was like, you know, can we really, you know, we should be in quarantine. So. But
I gotta tell you though, like, this has been a trip for me because since I moved here, which was a little over 6 months ago, I've been working remotely from home. So I continued my job that I worked for in Florida, but I've been working remotely. So basically I moved to a place where I don't know anybody and work from home. So basically this whole quarantine thing happened, and it's like, you really realize, like, how, like, isolated your life was when a global quarantine happens, and you really don't have to change anything in your day-to-day
right?
going on. So it was like, that was kind of depressing. It was like, oh, I have nothing to change, really. Just keep doing what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's actually been the worst part.
So, Bro, the highlight of my day is going grocery shopping, and I used to fucking grocery shop at a convenience store before this because I always did takeout. Like now, I'm like, oh, grocery store, yes, I'm going, bye. Fuck off.
That's basically the highlight of my week too. Yeah.
Yeah. So, thank you for having us on. Sorry, I'm still thinking about me peeing.
Hey, Joe.
Yes.
Our listeners can catch Cartoon Joe here on This Freakin' Show for about an hour every single week. But if an hour a week just isn't enough Cartoon Joe for our listeners, where can they go?
If you need more Cartoon Joe, you can find me over the Geekcast Live podcast at violentpress.com. You can also find us on Facebook, iTunes, Google Play, and Twitter by searching Geekcast Live.
Perfect. Guys, make sure you follow Pretty Little Freaks Podcast on all social media. Facebook at Pretty Little Freaks, Instagram Pretty Little Freaks Podcast, and Twitter is Pretty_Freaks. Make sure you follow, like, and subscribe to all their social media so you keep in touch with what Jordan and Lorraine are doing, as well as getting those fan-submitted stories into, so we can not only submit you into the raffle for the Ball Wash prize, but as well start getting those together so we can get the podcast out to you. Fan-submitted stories or questions, if you guys have questions for Jordan or Lorraine, can be submitted to PrettyLittleFreaksPodcast@yahoo.com or message them at Facebook. Make sure you follow This Freakin' Show on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at This Freakin' Show. And a huge shout out to Freaknet Studios, all four now of the podcast. This Freakin' Show, Just Freakin' Wrestling, Doug Gray Area, and Pretty Little Freaks. Make sure you follow all of them on social media and everything. Because I am now quarantined for 2 weeks because of bronchitis, This Freakin' Show is going to do some Podbean live episodes throughout the next couple weeks. Just kind of keep in touch with you guys and interact with you guys more often. So if you're looking for that, make sure you follow our Facebook page. I will link the live post right there so you guys can find it easier. Shout out to Audible and Ball Wash for being fans or being sponsors of ours. I don't really know if they care about us or not, but at least they sponsor us, and that's all that matters. The money comes to us. That's all I got. As always, I am Travesty.
I'm Cartoon Joe.
I'm Lo.
And if Jordan wants to participate, she can take it. I bet she wouldn't go fucking pee, didn't she?
She went to go pee.
Oh, gosh,
I'm going to go pee. I'm Jordan Oh.
And thank you for listening to another episode of This Freakin' Show. I'm out.